Oops. Oh. Your journey with what you're doing and what God has planned for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Intentional Tuesdays, and I am your host, Penny Owens. This is where professionals and entrepreneurs come to refresh their spirits every week and reset their intentions. We come here to make sure that we stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Now, we're going to just jump on in. The water is fine. Splash. Okay. Today's topic is about fear. And are you over it? Are you done with it? Are you ready to let it go? Right now, the climate is changing and the stress and the amount of anxieties and fears is increasing. But I am sure that many of us have already had this kind of issue, or we've dealt with the battle of being afraid of things. And during this time period, this is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to not be who you are called to be because you are worried or you're confused or you just want to be cautious. Yes, being cautious is wise, but being afraid, that's something else. That's different. So today, I want to just touch a few topics about fear. Most importantly, what I think that a lot of adults fear the most. There's 4 different areas that the more people that I talk to, it seems to be a replaying theme that these are fears. And I'm not talking about just being afraid of the dark or about bugs or even public speaking and things of that nature, right? It's different. These fears tend to come up over and over and over. And I mean at all ages, statuses, and levels of life. They keep coming up. So I think that it's important that I address them today because going into the new year, 2025, we're not playing any games, okay? You're not going to be afraid of any one set thing. Fear, let's talk about what fear is, first of all. Most of the time, when you think about fear, it stems from a place of not understanding something or not knowing what to do with the information. It's not a concept that is unknown. You're not the only person that's afraid of something. Everybody is. There's at least one thing on your list where you don't want to admit it out loud that you're like, I can do without that, or yes, that scares me. There's always something there. So you're not by yourself. But fear comes from a place of not understanding or knowing what to do with the information that you have. And you can start that with yourself. First, be brave enough to ask some questions. Be curious to understand where it's coming from. Do not let fear control any more time, any more energy, and keep you from disrupting the thoughts of pleasure and productiveness and success that you want to enjoy. Don't give it any more time, okay? No more time. No more time for any of us. So we're going to get in. The first thing that I always hear is the fear of being alone, okay? You might be alone. You may feel lonely, but there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between being alone, solitary, in your skin, by yourself, doing things like functioning in your life by yourself. You can do those alone. You came into the world alone. You're going to go out alone. I'm just saying. Who told you that there was group tickets? That's not the truth. You do a lot of things by yourself. When you go to the bathroom, do you bring company? I ain't think so. You are alone all the time. You just happen to share spaces with other people during different times. So the question is, when are you going to get used to it? Now, I do understand that it gets lonely sometimes, but you have to be very clear. Loneliness is not the same as being alone. Most of the things that we say to ourselves when we tell ourselves that we are alone, it's actually not true. It's not true at all. Is that good, Wayne? All right, good. I couldn't tell. It's not true. Most times we are not by ourselves. It just feels that way. And you are allowed to feel that way. But how long do you sit in it? How long do you fight with that feeling of loneliness? Where does it come from? How long has it been there? And what are you going to do about it? We have a lot of control of how we feel about certain situations, what we think about it, and how we resolve the issue. Most of us don't take the time to do the work. And it's not a lot of work. It's really recognition, acceptance, and a decision. 3 steps: recognition, acceptance, and a decision. If you're really tired of being alone, then let's get some resolve. Let's get some answers. Let's deal with the truth so that you can find out where is that coming from. Because I'm sure when you look to your left and your right, you're not alone as much as you think. Are you choosing that pattern? Are you comfortable being alone? Do you have issues trusting people? Have you been hurt? Are you afraid of abandonment? Right? There's a different cause for that feeling, and it needs your attention, because it sounds rude. It's not just in your mind. I'm sure what you feel is real, but what are you going to do about it moving forward? Are you satisfied with accepting that emotion? And if you're not, okay, it's time to let it go, because you're not by yourself. There's so many people in this world. How can you believe that you're just alone and that there's no one of like mind, no one who shares your habit, no one who shares your interests, no one who shares your fears? I mean, really, those are 3 different categories that you can go play with on the internet alone and go find some homies that feel that exact same way. Now, on the other end of being alone, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being by yourself. If you can't stand your own company, then why should anybody else have to deal with you? I'm just saying, you are the whole reason you decide to get up, you decide to move forward, you decide to chase your dreams. It's about you, right? The world is not about you. Let's not get it twisted, but I'm just saying, you lead your whole day because of things that you want to do. Things that you feel that you're obligated to do, things that you want to eat, places you want to go. You're focused on just one person most of the time. It doesn't always have to be necessarily a selfish thing, but for the most part, you are moving from the perspective of self, singular. So accept that. You control your peace and happiness. It is about you in that sense, as far as what you can control. You can't control anybody else. Like I said, you came in one way, you leave out that way. Solitary. So you do what you have to do to find out why you're not enjoying that time, because I'm going to let you know, being by yourself is not bad. You don't have to fuss with nobody. You don't have to compare anything. You should feel pretty good. But if you don't, then you need to look at that. Why are you not comfortable by yourself? Because being alone, you don't have to feel lonely. Okay. I mean, one of the second fears that I have seen time and time again is just the fear of being without. Now, this hits home for a lot of people, because being without what you need, it disturbs the whole rest of your focus, your life, all your energy. There are core needs that all of us need. And when you don't have any one of them, It's distracting. It is very distracting. All you can do is focus on what do I need to do? How do I get that? Why don't I have that? You feel bad because you don't have it. Calm down. God provides all things. All things. You don't have to worry about where those things that you are worried about are going to come from. If you feel obsessed, like you're really, really upset about it, you cannot focus, like you are very distracted by these needs. That's stemming from something else. And it's not just the need that you're worried about, whether it's food, clothing, shelter, water, money. Those are core things that we all need. But when it becomes a point that you are just so distracted by it that you're like, this is not happening the way that I want to. It's not coming close enough together. I'm not having as much as I need. I need to have more to help other people to sustain. You're thinking about the time frames. When's the next one coming? All of that is attached to more than just the need itself. And just like the last fear, it needs addressing. Ask yourself, what's the real issue? Yes, I'm hungry. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a larger meal. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sustain the next few hours until that meal comes. Or I've spent way too much money on food this month. Too much. I'm eating out all the time. I need to be more productive with it. I need to have more balanced meals. Whatever side of that spectrum that you are dealing with, where is it coming from? Where did the habit come from? Where does the self-talk, have you heard it before? Have you heard these words that you are saying inside yourself, these doubts, these put downs, like this frustration? Have you heard that somewhere? How long has that been around? How long have you been dealing with it? Ask questions. Go deep, because it's more than just the need. When you are hungry, when you are looking for your bills to get paid, when you are looking for your next meal, when you are looking for the next job, when you are trying to get your next vehicle, those things are stressful. No doubt about that. But you should trust God more to provide it for you. Are there opportunities that you could have these things that you're not taking, that are being presented to you in different ways from strangers? Okay, are you seeing different, just little signs and things that could help you in these different areas to get this need, but you don't want to take it? I don't want to owe anybody. I can do it on my own. I'll figure it out, or I'll just go without. Don't accept going without your core needs either. If you feel that you have a need in food, water, money, clothing, shelter, companionship, being heard, love, those are not just lofty needs. They're important and everybody deserves them. And if any of the above you feel that you don't have, figure out how to get it. There are plenty of resources and people that are willing to share guidance and information and resources on how to get these things. Don't accept, well, I'll just wait till next time. Eventually it'll come. Or maybe it's just not for me. Why are you doing that? Don't do that to yourself. Your needs are available. God provides for everything. Just a lot of times we get real confused and stubborn. We get prideful, and sometimes we're just ashamed to even admit that we need something. Don't do that. Sit still and literally, like, just internally, what is it that I need? How do I want it? How much would I like to have? How much would I like to share? When do I need it? Don't stop that thought by being distracted because you don't have it or thinking that you don't deserve it. Go deeper into it so that you can have what you need and allow God to bring it to you however way He wants to. Let it come. Another fear that adults tend to have and they don't admit to, the fear of being wrong. What's wrong with being wrong? You only got two different things you could be, right or wrong. It's 50-50. It's a toss-up. What is wrong with being wrong? Nothing. You learn through your mistakes, through the trial and error. So therefore, you probably made some wrong decisions or accepted the wrong amount of workload. Maybe you went to the wrong book for guidance. It didn't give you what you need. Nothing's wrong with being wrong. So stop it. You learn through these areas, so don't avoid them. Don't feel guilty about them. Welcome them. And then do what you're supposed to do to get the correct answer, to get the proper solution. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Change the wording. You didn't do it wrong. You did it in a way that didn't give you the outcome that you wanted or that you expected. You learn from the way that you did it so that you can do it a different way, a way that you need. That's it. That's it. You're learning, they're learning stages. It's a process. It's not wrong because you best believe you're going to learn something either way, whatever way you go, left or right. It's a learning opportunity. So just learn, take advantage of the opportunity, learn, and then do whatever you need to get closer to what it is that you're trying to do. Learn whatever you need in all that you're doing. Let God show you what else he wants to show you on your journey, on this trip of life. You didn't do it wrong. It wasn't the wrong answer. You thought it was right. You thought it was correct. You were brave enough to raise your hand. You were brave enough to blurt it out, or bold enough to be like, you know what, this is my opinion and I'm going to tell you what it is. You don't have to apologize for that. It's okay being loud and wrong. Now, what are you going to do with it? You were loud. Maybe it was incorrect. So what comes next? Are you going to take the correction? Are you going to listen to someone else outside of you? Are you going to do some research on your own to verify what it is that someone else maybe told you about it being incorrect? You get to choose what you do with it next, but it doesn't have to just sit on you like it was such a punishment. You're an adult. You're not about to get a whooping. You're not about to go sit in the corner and think about what you did, unless you need to. I'm just saying. It's not that serious. It's absolutely fine. If it's not what you need, if it was incorrect on some level, find out why. Ask some questions, do some research, and then make an executive decision. That's it. You are not wrong, and you're not going to get in trouble. So take the chance. Put yourself out there and try. That's all any of us can do, is just try. So stop being so harsh on yourself. Try to categorize it for right or wrong, left or right. No, just do. Learn. Try. That's it. Now this one it's gonna sound a little morbid. I kind of apologize for that, but people have a huge fear of dying. Yes. Like I said, that was the disclaimer. I said it was a little morbid. Dying. First, let's deal with facts about dying. We're all going to do it. Yeah, I'm sure that probably was not as sensitive as it could have been. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I do. We're all going to do it. It's going to happen to all of us. So accept it. None of us know the time, not even if a doctor gives you an estimate, okay? No one knows the time, the hour that they will be called. We don't. We do know that it will happen to each and every single one of us. So now what? Accept it. It's not like some cootie or some germ or something that all of a sudden that you have. It doesn't really matter. And I don't mean to sound insensitive. Not at all. And everyone that knows me know I'm not sensitive. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feeling. But even if you get the diagnosis or the feeling that your time is coming soon, now what? What are you going to do with that information? What are you going to do with your time? You are in control of just that little bit. What am I going to do with my life? Don't focus so much on what's going to happen when you're gone, because it kind of doesn't matter. It's not important then. What are you going to do while you're here? Are there people you want to see? Are there conversations that you want to have? Is there something you want to learn? Food you want to try out? Places you want to go? There's so many different things that you could be doing with yourself and focusing on. Spend some more time in that direction, because death is kind of inevitable. It's going to be there no matter when it is, because you can be healthy and still not see tomorrow. You don't know. So don't waste time fearing something that's going to happen. It's pretty much guaranteed. So do everything. Do everything. Just like with the last fear. All you can do is try. Try to live out your dreams. Try to express yourself to all that you care about. Try to help a complete stranger without expecting anything back. Learn something new every day. Try to be a good person at all times. Try to be an honest person. Try to be curious about life and the adventure that it just brings to you on a day-to-day basis. Try to be intentful with the things that you are doing throughout the day. Use your time wisely, because it's not guaranteed for all of us. Sometimes we're so busy thinking about our own deaths that we don't even realize that goes for everyone around us. And yes, like I said, it's morbid, it's scary, but a child can die. A parent can die. A sibling, a coworker, 2 cars in front of you. This is something that can happen to any one of us at any time. So get out of your head and focus on that. You are special, and you were created to be about something that's so much bigger than just you. Your words are needed. Your skills are needed. Your presence is needed. Don't waste any more time. And it doesn't have to wait till 2025. Okay, I already told you guys with the yearly resolution. See, I don't kick that word out of my vocabulary. It doesn't have to be a yearly resolution. It has to be a in this moment intention. Don't wait till eventually. Eventually is not going to come. It's never going to be the perfect moment. Don't be trying to round your calendar off, trying to make it even. Can we not with the OCD, please? Make the intention, make the decision. I'm not going to waste any more time with fear. Fears keep us stagnant. They keep us from living our lives in a peaceful way without worrying. Stuff's going to happen. Then again, acceptance is probably your homie. It's your number one friend. Accept that that is a part of life. And we all have to deal with it. So enjoy your fellow man in the part of life that we have to deal with together. We have to deal with it together. How are you going to make your experience not so unpleasant? What are you going to use from your experience to help educate someone else who may be having that experience or maybe looking toward having that experience? Because like I said, it's not like it's just you. It's not. What are you going to do with the information, and what are you going to do with your emotions? Stop letting your emotions make the decisions for you. Because last I checked, emotions can't drive. I'm just saying, they can't fill out resumes. They can't have conversations. Let that go. You need to grab the steering wheel of your life and make sure that you are in control and pointing your life in the directions that you want it to go. Like, who are you waiting for? If you feel like you're alone, then why are you still waiting for someone else to present this opportunity to you? Who are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for to give you the confirmation that you're awesome, that you deserve everything that you want, that you can have what it is that you want and definitely what you need? Exactly who are you waiting for to tell you that? And I'm just going to say, am I chopped liver? Am I not telling you these things? If you're waiting, then hello, hi, I'm here to let you know. You can do what you want. You can have what you want. Your needs are important. Your presence is just so powerful. And you need to get a grip. Let go of the fear and open your hands to the most abundant parts of life. There are so many blessings that are not just with you, they are with the people around you, whether you know them or not. Change your perspective to a place of curiosity and not the fear of the unknown. If you don't understand something, ask a question. If you're confused, get some clarity. If you just, I don't even understand, I've never seen this before, get a book, do some research, ask questions, get a mentor, look around and just seek the answers that you need. Because when you know what's going on, when you understand something, like when you learn something new, you don't walk around with that same fear and that same confusion. When we don't understand as humans, we think the worst first. We think the worst first. So fix it immediately and don't let any more time pass. If you're afraid of something, ask yourself why. Get the answers. If you don't know something, ask the question. Get the answers. If you don't have something, ask for help. Get what you need. And through all of it, trust God, trust the process, and know that you are trying your best and you are doing just fine. Okay. I know that was a little interesting for you, but I'm really excited that you stopped by and you chose to have this intentional moment with me. I am grateful for it. There's a lot of different things happening very soon and quickly. We are in a huge transitional period for 2025 is right there around the corner. And I don't know if you can feel it. I know I can feel it. Hopefully you can feel it. If you can't feel it, I don't know what you're numb for, but hopefully you can feel it where change is not coming. Change is here now. So get yourself in alignment. Get your ducks in a row. Put your house in order. Whatever that looks like for you, because you know you better than anybody else. You know exactly what that means. You know what you haven't gotten to. You know what you've been meaning to. You know what's been on your mind. I really want to do this. You know what's on your heart. Can't stop thinking about this. Get her done. Okay? Because there's no perfect moments. Pay attention to that not so silent whisper in your ear, that flutter in your heart, and start moving. Get it together because the time is now. It's not coming anymore. It's here. And you are prepared. God didn't just start working with you today. He didn't just start working with you on this intentional Tuesday. You have been preparing for what's coming for a long time. Everything in your life has been positioned for who you are right now. But I'm going to let you know the things that you're about to walk into, the level that you are about to go to, the new things you are about to learn, even about yourself. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's powerful. And I'm telling you, go ahead and get this stuff together because you're about to be doing a lot of things. You're about to be changing your life and changing others. So put all this little petty stuff around. Just put it down. If it is not mandatory, if you feel like you don't need it anymore, let it go. Because like I said, you can't have what God is trying to give you if your hands are full. So take this time for the rest of this year, however you want to put this in this calendar, and start cleaning house inside and out, because you need the room for all the blessings, and your calendar needs to be clear for the blessings that you're about to be as well. So like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you being here today, and I look forward with my popcorn so I can see what it is that you're going to be doing for the rest of the week. If you guys have any input, any questions, if you have any stories you want to tell and share, you can leave them in the comments under any of the following posts, and you can follow me at www.pennyowens.com. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a good rest of your week. Bye. If I can find, yes, I got it. There we go. Have a good one, you guys. No more fear, only knowledge. Keep stepping.